Hey, good morning, everybody. I want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So, we're here to do an episode of my favorite 4 album runs for the month of August. This is day number 8. Yeah, and what would this band be? This is This is band number 24 or run number 24 on August the 8th. Yeah, so basically what we're doing is I'm picking 4 albums that run concurrently to each other or chronologically that I think make an excellent 4 album run. I think they're all really good albums and deserve to be mentioned here. So we have an excellent 4 album run today by one of the legendary greatest rock bands of all time, Led Zeppelin. This is the beginning of the run here with Houses of the Holy. Absolutely killer album. One of my first Zeppelin albums, actually, I think is one of the top 3 or 4 that I got originally. Every track on here is good, some better than others. The Rain song remains the same, of course. They did an album of the same title later. Actually did that a couple times. The Rain song, it's okay, I don't mind it. Over the Hills and Far Away, this is a good classic tune here. Fantastic. The album cover itself is great. I know that they put this damn sticker in the middle of the album because of child pornography, I guess, although they covered one person, but they didn't get everybody. You know, it's supposed to be a parlay on the Time Machine, I believe. These are the Eloi, those blonde people that are going to end up being eaten by the Morlocks. Yeah, I think that's kind of what they're doing here. I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, The Grunge is the next song. Another great killer track. Dancing Days. This is one of the radio-friendly ones that I think got a lot of killer play on the radio. Not the greatest tune, but I do like it. Do You Make Her? I do like this. I know a lot of people kind of hawk down on this tune as being not very good, but I like it. No Quarter, great tune. And then it ends off with the great classic radio-friendly, probably the big hit on the album, The Ocean. Yeah, and fantastic tune. I love it. It was one of my first Led Zeppelin songs that I was absolutely enamored with. So yeah, Houses of the Holy starts that off. Next album up was a double album. Came out in 75. Houses of the Holy, I think, was it 74? No, 73. That far back. I didn't realize that. 75 release, Physical Graffiti. This is the kind of newest album to my Zeppelin collection. It was the only one I didn't have until I started this channel, or hadn't owned or hadn't seen before, hadn't been involved with. Although many of the tracks I'm quite familiar with because I got a lot of radio play. So the side 1 of the album, I think, is the better side. Very strong side of an album. Starting out with Custard's Pie, great tune. The Rover, which is maybe one of the most underrated Zeppelin songs, fantastic tune. In My Time of Dying, this is kind of a bluesy song, but it's got a real kind of feel for it that I like. Of course, Houses of the Holy on here, which is kind of strange since this is Houses of the Holy album. However, that's what they wanted to do, so that's what they did, and it's not a bad tune. Trampled Underfoot, another good tune, and then, of course, the legendary Kashmir, maybe Zeppelin's second biggest song of all time. In the Light, and then you get the second album, In the Light, Boneyard, Down by the Seaside, 10 Years Gone. These are all good, solid tracks, Night Flight, Wonton Song, Boogie with Stu, Black Country Woman, and Sick Again. That's the backside of the album, or the second disc, if you prefer. A lot of really good stuff on this album. I'm still exploring and discovering things on here that I didn't hear before. Absolutely killer album, so it's number 2 on the run here. Number 3 on the run is an album that I've been really getting into lately. It was in the semifinals of ranking the albums. Many people thought it didn't deserve to be there. Some guys don't actually like this album at all. I get it. The cover's a little weak, I think. The back cover is even weaker. But the first 4 tracks on here, Achilles' Last Stand, For Your Life, Royal Orleans, and Nobody's Fault But Mine. Absolutely top-notch Zeppelin stuff. Back half, maybe not so good, but still a strong album. Maybe not as strong as the other three in this run, but a strong album. The next album up was my first ever Zeppelin album, and the last one that they ever did as a group, unless you want to count Coda, which I don't. So you've got this In Through the Outdoor, which originally had a paper cover on it to cover up. I'm not even sure what we were covering up on here. I like the album cover. It's a bar scene, pretty interesting, as seen through a dirty window, pretty much, I guess. Some killer tracks on here. In the Evening to start, absolutely killer. This is a radio song that's played quite a bit. Southbound Soraz is a deep cut that I like quite a bit, and it's grown even more as time goes on. Fool in the Rain, the other one of the big hits on the album. Fantastic tune. For a while, it was my favorite. Hot Dog, this is a like it or love it song, like it or hate it song. I like it a lot. It's kind of that rockabilly flavor. I think they were trying to experiment and do a little bit different. They always did. They'd have one outlier on just about every album. Carouselambra, which is, to me, like Kashmir. It's a very kind of progressive song. Maybe I even like this more than Kashmir. It's just really cool. It's a really great song in a lot of ways. You got All of My Love is the other hit on the album, which was supposed to be the kind of new Stairway to Heaven. And I'm Gonna Crawl, which is the kind of bluesy song that ends the album. This is a strong album. I know some people don't like all the extra keyboards on here and the kind of direction that they see the band starting to go in. And I can understand that, because a lot of bands at this time period, which was released in '79, this was the beginning of bands starting to become a lot more commercial sounding and changing their images. And Zeppelin didn't go there because their drummer died, but easily they might have gone there, and who knows, maybe they would have ended up sounding like Robert Plant's solo stuff, which isn't bad, but hardly a Zeppelin sound. So there you have it. 4 albums for this run. Houses of the Holy, Physical Graffiti, The Presence, and last but not least, In Through the Outdoor. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode of my favorite 4 album runs. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. Any comments you want to make about these albums or the band in general, you can do that. And also hit the notification bell up there so that you don't miss the next episode. And we'll see you tomorrow. I guess it's day 9 tomorrow, right? Yep, day 9. And we have an interesting band for you then. So we'll see you then. Take care and goodbye.